For Valentine's Day, Steve Hartman's found a story that proves true love is eternal. So here's tonight's On the Road.
This week, 45-year-old Corey Cunningham was rushed to Houston Methodist Hospital, the first patient ever brought here to have his bachelor status removed. Corey has an incurable brain tumor. He's on home hospice, but the good doctors and nurses at Houston Methodist brought him back to the chapel and arranged all this just so Corey could cross off the only thing on his bucket list: get married. Tyyisha Evans is his bride.
That was the one thing he wanted to do before he died.
Tyyisha and Corey dated 7 years, and although he knew he wanted to marry her from the moment they met, she turned down his proposal nearly a dozen times.
Because his job was more important.
Corey worked in oil and gas, traveled the world, and made good money.
Money was everything to Corey.
But not to her.
Hi, Tyyisha.
Tyyisha always said she would never marry a guy who was never around.
And my husband.
So, what changed?
Having to hold?
It's not what you think. Tyyisha says pity played no part in her change of heart. She says Corey still had to prove he was the man of her dreams. Fortunately, one of the few blessings of a terminal illness is to understand what true love takes.
Everything about him is just completely different. When you walk in the room, you could feel it.
The first step in his transformation? Acknowledging he'd been a fool.
Yes, because I could have been spending more time with her.
The second step? Making up for all that lost time.
Was it a sense of relief when you finally got married? What are you laughing at?
I feel like I'm the luckiest man alive.
This Valentine's weekend, a lot of guys and girls will celebrate with fine food and even finer jewelry. But not these newlyweds. From this day forward, for worse, for poorer, and in sickness, Corey and Tyyisha will honor the harshest demands of their wedding vows, because they know those are the only parts of the promise that guarantee you a happily ever after. Steve Hartman, On the Road in Houston, Texas.
To love and to cherish, as the vows go.